This week we're going to create a virtual pet in Scratch. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find an apple. So we're going to put an apple in there. And then we're going to add in, let's try if there's a hedgehog. Here we go, hedgehog. Yeah. So we have an apple and a hedgehog. We can get rid of the cat. Now let's look for a background here. And let's see if we can find a nice background. Here we go. Garden rock. This is a good background here. Okay, so now we have a hedgehog and we have an apple. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the apple and we're going to go to events and we're going to say when this sprite is clicked. So this means when you click the apple. What do you want to happen when you click the apple? You want to go to broadcast and you're going to broadcast message 1. Okay, so when the apple's clicked, you're going to broadcast message 1, and I'll put the apple over here. Okay, and we're going to talk about how we're going to make this all come together for a game here. So we're going to put our hedgehog on top of here, on top of the on top of the rock here. We have our apple down here, and now we're going to go to when clicked, and we want to make this a game where the hedgehog is hungry. So we're going to go to variables, and we're going to make a variable, and we're going to call it to hunger. Okay, and then here's our hunger now, pops up here. We made the variable, we went make a variable, we typed hunger in. Okay, so once again, the way you make the hunger variable, you go over here, you type in hunger, you click OK. And that gives us these blocks. When we start the game, we set our hunger to 0. Okay, set hunger to 0. And then we're going to do control forever. And we're going to wait 5 seconds. So you put the wait in there, wait 5 seconds. Okay, and then what do you want to do after 5 seconds? You're going to go to variables, and you're going to change hunger by 1. Okay, so now what happens is he starts at 0, and after 5 seconds, he's going to change his hunger. See, now his hunger goes to 1. Okay, so now we have that changing here. Now what we want to do is you see after 10 seconds it went to 2. Now we want to have the hedgehog go to the apple. Okay, so here's how we're going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go to events, and we're going to say when I receive message 1. So the apple is going to broadcast message 1. When you click him, the apple is going to broadcast message 1. This means he's going to send the message 1 in the computer. Okay, so that's what broadcast is when the computer sends a message between the sprites. So when the apple's clicked, it sends message 1, broadcast message 1, and then when the apple, or the hedgehog I should say, receives message 1, what do you want it to do? And when the hedgehog receives message 1, what is it going to do? It's going to go to motion, and it's going to glide to. Glide to, and where is it going to glide to? It's going to glide to the apple. Okay, and you could change this if you want to make it slow. You make this 2 seconds. If you want to make this fast, you can make this half a second, 0.5 seconds. So it's going to glide to the apple. And then we'll do a sound. Maybe we'll play. Let's go to a different sound. Let's see if there's the other sound. We're going to search. So you click on sounds over here, and you search. And let's see if they have. Let's try chomp. There we go, chomp. We'll put chomp in there. So now we have our chomp, and we're going to start the sound chomp. And then what we want to do is we want to go to variables, and now he's going to have less hunger. So we're going to say change hunger by -1, because his hunger is going to get smaller. Well, -1, his hunger gets smaller because he ate the apple, and then he's going to wait, control, he's going to wait, and you can wait half a second, 0.5, you could change it if you want, but I'll make it 0.5, half a second, and then you want him to go to motion, and you want him to glide, and you want him to glide to, where do you want him to glide to? You want him to glide to, let's say over here, right over here, which is, you're going to put these numbers in, -41, so x, -41, and the y is 65. So it says y 65, so you put the 65 in here. Okay, so let's see how the game goes now. When I click the flag, the game starts, and notice after every 5 seconds, his hunger goes up. He's got hunger 1, and eventually he's got hunger 2. Now when I click on the apple, he goes to the apple, he plays the chomp, and he goes back here. So I could have him keep chomping to get his hunger down. So see, I could have him keep eating it to get his hunger down. and now it gets his hunger down to 0. So that's our hunger game here. And if you wanted to, you could change this around. You could add different things in here. You can go over here, and I've seen children in the past, they put a glass of water in. You could put a glass of water here. Now the water here, if you want to experiment, you could try this. You could have, if you want to use a water instead, you also have a different one. So the way you would do the water then is you'd have looks, and you could have switch next costume. So then you could have the water, that he drank the water or something or not. But that's up to you. You don't have to do that. But I just figured I'd show you that in there if you want to do, that he's drinking his water too. You could put that in there, and you could put the code for that. But the main thing I want you to focus on is really the apple and the hedgehog here. So this is our virtual pet game. And if you want to name it, you can name it on the top, virtual pet.